us at the same time.
Yeah. The double healer
Mm-hmm.
all the
New
way.
podcast name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to this. Is this the sixth one?
Yes, I believe
I'm losing
so.
count, which I think is a good thing because that means that we're still doing it.
Yeah, yeah. If
Mm-hmm.
definitely we're gonna lose count.
Oh yeah, for
If
sure.
any of us. I'm Katie.
I'm Jess.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome to Frucktown.
Yeah,
Um, oh Lord. We have some
it's a
things
good
to
one.
talk about today. However, I have
Mm-hmm.
a question.
Okay.
What's the beverage situation like for you right now?
I have a coffee, a hot, just good old Christian coffee with hazelnut creamer. And when I was downstairs, I did go to grab a white monster, and I was like, I
Okay.
can't double fist the caffeine. So I do have a peach honey aha, which is
Dude.
my drink always of choice.
I had a similar predicament because I made a little iced coffee and then I remembered I had this like weird monster in my fridge, monster
Not weird.
beverage. Um it's a monster rehab? I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right.
That's
Great
that
name for a
seems bad.
beverage, I guess. Yeah, it's
Is it like not caffeine?
it says energy drink, but I think it's made with like I don't know, energy from like a
Something
leaf
natural.
or some
Yeah.
shit, electrolytes, etc. I guess it like hydrates too. It's a
Okay.
strawberry lemonade. It's kind of a weird
Ooh.
flavor from a monster, but I'm into it.
I'd be into that for sure. But that would be like an evening an evening drink for me.
It's got caffeine in it though.
But it's like, well, I was gonna say it's natural caffeine, but isn't all caffeine
Oh,
natural
true. Yeah, this
at the
has
end of the day?
coconut water in it, I guess.
Oh my god. Okay, the Gen Zs
Listen,
are taking over Monster.
it's very weird, but I'm sipping it. I'm
Yeah, a little
living it. I'm
sippy.
loving it.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, I had to cast my coffee aside. I was like, I can't do this. Like,
I know.
I was like, I don't know if my heart rate could take it. So I've
Yeah,
chosen the monster. You've chosen the coffee.
yeah. And you know what? I think it is the wrong choice on my part because I don't want to drink this, but I'm going to drink it out of spite.
Yeah,
It's
understandable.
fine. I just, when you like, this is not obviously not my first coffee. And like,
Right.
I don't want to drink a hot beverage right now, you know?
It's not hot beverage weather
No.
because it's a hellmouth out there. I feel
Is
everywhere.
it like very hot and sunny there?
It has been for like a whole week, and it will continue to be just like 90
Mm,
degrees every day. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, just no end in sight. Pretty
It's
cool.
poison out there when it's that hot.
Yeah,
Like
you
5 minutes
can't
in that weather.
breathe.
Yeah. No. It's been so humid here for like a month straight. It downpoured rain every single day. My walls feel like
Yeah.
soggy paper towel.
No.
And and now we had like 2 days of like excruciating heat, like the worst sunburn that you could ever imagine from going to check the mail. And
Jeez.
then now it's back to the rain and it's just so like oppressive. I feel like I'm in a sauna.
Hey, not to doom post. Is this the wet
Yeah,
bulb
dude.
effect happening to us?
Wet balls? Are you talking a wet ball? Talking about wet
Wet
balls to me?
bulb.
What's the
It's a bad term. They need to
Okay,
fucking
that's
figure out
worse
a new
actually.
term, actually.
Wet bulb is worse because if you think about it anatomically way,
Ew.
that's the tip.
Wet.
So anyway,
Yeah,
what's
they need
that?
to. So it's basically how I'm pretty sure it's how humanity is going to end. We're just going to start off from the top.
Oh, is it in the
Everything's
Bible?
well, it should be because it's going to
Yeah.
happen. It's basically when it gets hot in a place and
Mhm.
it doesn't get cool at night. So it
Oh.
just is hot all day and there's no like time for like humans to like cool down.
Yeah.
And basically people will just overheat and die.
Oh my God, boil from the inside out. That sounds so nice.
Yeah, we're working
No,
on
that
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
look up
feels
the
like it's
wet
gonna
bulb
happen for
effect.
sure.
Yeah.
But make sure you like don't like make sure you check
Safety
where you're
on.
going.
Safety
Right.
on.
safety on, incognito also on, because that might take you to some weird shit.
It might. Actually, let's see. I'm just gonna roll the dice.
Yeah, do it.
Wet
I'm feeling
bulb
lucky.
effect. What does that even do?
I
Um,
don't know.
okay, yeah, no, it just is showing me just the doom.
Okay. Yeah, just the doom, no porn today.
Yeah,
All doom, hold the porn.
unfortunately, that's where we're
Speaking of
going.
doom on the internet, men
Oh,
suck.
Jesus. Yeah, there things are happening
Hmm.
on the
And
internet.
we're recording late. This is going out 2 days after the recording, and it actually is working out this time because the breaking news will maybe still be relevant when we release
It
this.
better fucking be. This better not be brushed under the thing, I swear.
Yeah, no, people need to be talking about this. What we're talking about is Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
And it goes so deep. Like I start thinking about it, and then it just like
It
I
branches
can't
out to
stop
many
thinking about
things.
it. This
Yeah.
man had a whole movie about his therapist and how he was in therapy, dude.
I
Like,
didn't know that until like recently. I feel like every
oh yeah,
celebrity breaking news, I just learn everything all at once about this
oh
fucking
yeah,
person. Like that
yeah.
YouTube lady with the ukulele. I know everything about her
Oh,
now. And I
Colleen.
didn't know who the fuck she was like several weeks ago, and I was a happier
Oh
person.
my God, we're gonna have to talk about that too because that's also major.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel like there's
They
a
kind of tie in
oh
together.
yeah. For sure.
Um, so if you guys don't know, Jonah Hill fucking sucks, and everyone thought he was cool. It turns out he
Yeah.
abuses his girlfriend. Surprise.
Who is a surf instructor, surfboard
Literally,
instructor.
surfboard. Yeah.
Um, just yeah, there was some text messages that she released. She probably just had it. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm
Oh
putting him on
yeah.
blast." Like it just, and I love that, and that's like very. It's like very
No,
brave
everyone needs to be
thing to
doing that.
do. It's very, I mean, it's hard to do because it definitely puts a
Hmm.
giant target on your back. You know.
Especially when there's like a power imbalance, like Jonah Hill being a major celebrity. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and apparently other celebrities hate his ass too.
Right.
It's just
It's I feel like there's this common theme and I feel like it's really becoming noticeable now because right now there's like a trend of like well, it's a movement and it should be happening. I don't want to make it sound like I don't agree with it, but like decentering men in our lives. Like
right.
obviously women and like femme presenting people and AFAB people, they put men at the forefront of their lives even if they don't want to because that's just how society do.
Yeah.
Um but like now that we're trying to like not do that, I feel like men need to be vigilant with their abuse because we
Yeah.
will at any point in time release receipts on you and I love that.
It's
And
just
this person did it.
the things that he said in the
Oh yeah.
text were just like we have some screenshots we're reading off of,
Yeah.
but
I'm
there's
trying
a
to scroll to the
lot.
top. He
There's a lot. Oh, there's a list of things that she needed
oh
to stop doing. I feel
oh
like
the
that is
boundaries. Before we get into this, I need to set a boundary with you, Katie.
okay.
You need to laugh at every single one of my jokes.
Do I not already? What the
No,
fuck?
you do. But what I'm trying to
Okay.
say is, this man really said, my boundaries, I'm setting a boundary, and it's that you need to do this thing. And that is
Yeah.
not how boundaries work.
No.
Boundaries are like, I'll go to this party, but I'm not going to drink. Or like,
Yeah, you
it's
said
what
it
you
for
do.
yourself. Mhm.
Right. You know what's not a boundary?
What?
Posting
This
pictures, not letting your partner post pictures in a bathing suit when they work in a bathing suit.
and surfing with men.
You're a surf
Like
instructor.
that's her job. That's her job. Like you, and
Women
it's like
aren't the only people.
you knew that
You
this
do.
was her thing because, like, obviously he commented on her photos of her like
Right.
surfing.
And that's how it happened.
Yeah,
But it's so like men will really like they'll go into a partnership disregarding any personality trait, anything a woman has if they're hot because they just assume that they can just change it.
yeah.
It's fine. I'll just tell them no.
It's
fine.
like you only looked attractive to get a boyfriend, and now you have me. So now you don't need to do this anymore. It's like, what
Right.
is
Oh
like,
my
it's
god.
so wild. And yeah, he basically, we're reading off from text messages that
Hmm.
she screen grabbed, posted on like I think her Instagram.
Yeah. I
And
think a story.
yeah, and there's several, but this one we're kind of, focusing on is a list of boundaries, quote unquote,
Hmm.
that she needed to abide by. And one
Yeah.
literally says plain and simple, if you need surfing
Right.
with men,
Hmm.
boundaryless, inappropriate friendship with men, to
Like, please.
model, so
To
working,
model. Right.
to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. She's a surf
Working.
instructor. Hello?
That's literally
Hey, question.
it's literally the whole thing.
Do straight men like women? Question.
Dude, no, I don't think
I
so.
don't.
I
And then
literally think that they hate them.
to post sexual pictures. And then
Oh,
this
this
one is
one's my favorite.
it's my favorite. It's the best because literally this is all my friends. Um,
Yeah.
Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or
Hmm.
coffee or something respectful. What is
Huh?
respectful? What?
If someone said that to me, I'd be like, you do know I'm an alcoholic, right?
Like,
Like, do you think any of the people I know are from stable places?
is anyone from a stable place? Be fucking real.
No. No,
Be
it's
fucking for
2023. We have
real.
no money. We like what is a stable place? Like
I don't
a
know
stay-at-home
her.
mom with 3 kids?
Ugh.
I don't understand.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. And then he ends it with, if you need all of these things, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it. And there will be no
Okay.
hard feelings. Again, using this like fucked up therapy jargon
Therapy
that he
talk.
took. Ugh.
Mhm.
These are my
It's
boundaries for romantic partnership. No, it's not.
That's not a boundary, dude. It's not. I think a lot of people really don't, like, genuinely don't understand what a boundary is. And I think that that's, you got to learn. You can't just know things. That's fine. But, like, this
Yeah.
man has such a fucked up, weird relationship with his therapist. They've been in cahoots for years and years and years.
Yeah.
This therapist simply will, like, your job is literally to tell him what a boundary is. That's literally what your job is. It's This man should know that
You
these aren't
know,
boundaries. These are fucked up requests that cannot be met.
I feel like I don't know, more often than not, I hear a lot of nightmare stories about people with therapists and,
Hmm.
not being professional.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple of stories. But
Oh
yeah, it not to go into too much detail.
yeah.
But yeah, I do know somebody who has a friend who is a therapist who will transfer information from that person to their spouse, essentially,
No.
breaking the law.
But that's
And
also the most dangerous thing a therapist can do.
yes, yeah, I agree. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I feel like I hear that come up a little bit more, and it sucks because it's like trying to find a therapist that's like good feels like, you know,
Impossible
a
to begin
diamond.
with.
Yeah,
Right. It's
yeah.
giving Mad Men also.
Oh Jesus. Oh
Like,
God.
which is
Yeah.
set in the 50s. So, like, shouldn't be done in 2023, the year of our Lord. Like, it, I mean, I get it too. Like, because like therapists are people at the end of the day, and like they can't know
Right.
everything. Like, they're never going to be able to help everyone. But like, there are some things that just feel like so easy to just not do.
Yeah.
Like, there's some, like, I don't know.
I mean, and also because like I don't know a lot about his therapist or who they are,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like kind of like more higher profile therapists might
Mm-hmm.
bend more to their clients than
I was thinking that too.
maybe, yeah.
And
Especially,
oh yeah.
it,
I tried, so like a year ago or whenever this movie came out, this documentary
mhm.
about his therapist came out. I tried to watch it and I made it maybe half an hour to an hour in because it was the craziest. Like, the relationship just seemed so weird and unprofessional, and like,
I feel like the premise of making a movie with your therapist is already a bad
that alone,
idea,
right? Like,
right?
yes, I feel like that is so conflict of interesty, and also like, as a
Yeah.
therapist, I would not want to be divulging my client's information on a like a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it it was
bizarre.
just the most unhinged thing. So I stopped watching it because I was like, this is weird, and if this is what therapists are, like, I don't want to do it anymore. Because like,
Yeah.
it was just like so, like no boundaries, which is ironic because this man has so many.
So he has a list.
He has so many. Let me see if I can find another silly little screenshot we can talk about.
What was the premise of the movie? It's just like I have a therapist.
Dude, I don't know. It seemed kind of like he was like, I was so fucked up, and look at me now, I'm skinny. So like,
Oh,
I'm healthy
gee,
and I'm happy. So like,
man.
let's talk to the man who did it all, who saved me. And it's like, okay, cool.
Mm,
But also like, shut up. Shut up.
just
Men
shut
shut
the
up
fuck
challenge.
up.
Like, I
Right,
can't, dude.
literally.
Like, yeah,
I do
I
have this little bit that I found interesting. He
mhm.
has a clothing line
Mhm, mhm.
centered around his mental health bullshit.
Yeah.
And recently there was a release of,
Yeah.
a tote bag called the Emotional Baggage Tote. Um,
Mhm.
and it says complete unrelenting control on the
Yep.
bag. And this was
Yep.
released, I think, a day after all these screenshots came out.
Yeah, they're
Um,
literally, he pulled a Colleen Ballinger and he said, "Let me make content with this."
it's
And now he's profiting off of
so
it.
it's cringe.
Yeah.
Like, not to
It's
underplay it,
beyond
it just is
cringe.
cringe. Like, I'm cringing.
Yeah, no, for
God.
sure. Like, it is visceral.
Because it's like Jonah Hill really had us fooled for a second. Because he was like,
Which,
I went
yes,
through it and, please don't comment on my body, which I agree with still. Like, a
100%.
broken clock is right twice a day. But yeah, it's just like, he really just,
And I was thinking about this
ugh.
like before, when we messaged each other like yesterday and we're like, we got to scream
Hmm.
about this. And I've been thinking
Yeah.
about it since then. Like, it's such a common theme that we see in men that have trauma, but like, not even just men that have trauma, men that use trauma as like a pull
A
for women
weapon.
and a weapon.
Yeah.
They will, they'll make themselves seem so safe
Yeah.
around women, and then that's why we like them, because it's like, okay, this one is safe, this one he has experience, he knows what the fuck's up, and like, he is nice and funny, and every women love him. And then they will use that power for the long con and be narcissistic weapons,
Yeah.
and we see it like, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, I don't know, there are some things that give it away, but it's kind of something you have
Mm-hmm.
to learn, unfortunately. Um,
Right.
I remember one time I dated a guy who worked in advertising, and he
Okay.
told me one time, we were just talking, he was like, "Oh, if you ever want someone to do something for you, you should say their name."
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a manipulation tactic and
Right.
people like to hear their name and stuff. So he's like, yeah, you should say their name. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Why would you tell me that? And then
Right.
a little down the line, whenever he would like, get into an argument with me, he would say my name to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, and then I was just like, are you literally doing the thing to me that you told me about? Like, you told me, you showed me your hand and everything. And then you're like, now I'm going to do it.
And then you
Like,
can't even bring it up to them because then they're like, you're literally
no.
crazy.
Dude, yeah, I just the gas is lit.
Just so, it's so fast too. And it's like, once you you know to look for it, it's like, so, again, the word is so minimizing, but it's so cringy. It's like, are you joking?
It is like,
You're
it
gonna do
really,
that
it's
right now?
cringe. It's cringe. It's like, are you serious? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. Like you said, you have to learn it. And it sucks that, like, being in a position where you know them, you know the
Hmm.
tactics, but like, when you notice it, you notice it, and it's so embarrassing for that person.
Yeah.
And for you, I guess, if you want to feel embarrassed about it. But men should be embarrassed. If you're listening to this and you're AFAB, you don't ever be
Don't.
embarrassed.
It's fine.
You're fine. It's all
But
them always.
God, I have another little
Unless
therapist
you're Colleen
story.
Ballinger. Then you should be embarrassed.
Unless,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, go.
Um. So, oh my God, I have to tread very carefully with this one. Um. So I was a personal assistant for a writer, and he started going to therapy, and so I would be the one who would like set up the appointments, whatever. I would go with him and like, wait in the lobby, whatever. And then
Sorry, that's so funny.
no, here's the thing. Here's where it gets weird.
Mommy.
The therapist brought me into the fucking room, and I was
Stop.
like, why am I here? Yeah, no, he brought me in because we were talking about something. He
To
was
take
like,
notes?
"What?" He's like, "What do you think about that?" Because it was about like something work related, and I was just like, "What the like? Why am I here,
Why are you
But
there
I-
in the first place, let alone in the room, dude?
dude?" That this man would be dead without me. I think.
Dude.
Listen,
I can't. We
the
can't.
amount of shit that I did for this job. One, underpaid.
Yeah.
Two,
Oh, yeah.
I did so much. Listen, this part, we're just like, they brought me into the room. They're like talking about. I was just like, I don't feel like this is
Work
a
appropriate.
good
Life
thing.
appropriate.
Oh yeah, it was bad. And then on the topic, he would use his therapy jargon against his girlfriend at the time, who was a very mentally unstable woman and was using him like a fucking like it was so obvious to everybody, and he was just like, no, I'll fly you out. It's okay that you ripped the door off my bathroom. It's fine. And then so he would use the therapy jargon from his therapy, not on himself, but for his
never learn
girlfriend who literally was just using him for money.
Oh
It was a
God.
weird time. That was a bad job, dude.
Yeah, I'd say
The
you were
entertainment
mommy.
industry is bad. It's bad, dude. Ugh.
I can imagine. Like, that's actually the craziest thing I've ever heard. If you ever like got like a quote unquote normal job, like corporate, and like went on a work retreat and everyone was like, tell your craziest work stories, you'd be like fired, I think, just for like making everyone feel bad.
Dude.
Like weird.
Yeah, no. And that's literally just like just a small story, but that definitely like I remember him using just like therapy jargon against her and just being like, yeah, it's exactly about her. And I'm just like, maybe the therapist is trying to talk to you. I don't know. Maybe this is your therapy session.
Yeah,
I
maybe
didn't
this isn't
say
like a
that, but I was just
moment.
like, yeah, like he's not teaching you how to be a therapist, dude.
Right.
He's teaching you how to take care of yourself.
Right, to get better. It's the thing is like people always say like narcissists, like diagnosed narcissists, they do not benefit from therapy, and like, well, they say like psychopaths and like whatever, but like at the end of the day, it's usually an anti-social or narcissist situation. They're not good in therapy because they take it as a way to learn to manipulate more, and like they will just manipulate their own therapist, and because it just comes so easy to them. It's just second nature, and like it seems so well in the use of therapy jargon is crazy. It's the craziest thing because I can't even wrap my head around ever doing that.
Yeah. It's wild. And I feel like it's definitely been like obviously more prevalent in the last couple years. But yeah, it's wild, and I feel like I've seen it in like a lot of people that just like go to therapy and think they're like they are the beacon of knowledge for other people.
I know.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's right to do.
No, like trickle down therapy is real, and I think that it is useful a lot, especially when like finding a good therapist is so hard. But like you really got to make sure you know who you're getting the trickle from, because if the top of the waterfall is garbage, you're getting garbage water, bestie.
You're getting brain amoeba.
You're getting a brain eating disease for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Man. And also with the whole thing, like the feminism thing, like I'm a feminist, so like claiming to be a feminist and using that, but like
Ugh.
not doing it correctly, and like you can't say you're a feminist and then say your girlfriend can't post ass on the internet, dude.
You
Especially
can't.
if it's their
Yeah,
job.
I am a feminist, but my girlfriend can't do her job. Um,
It's insanity to
yeah,
me.
I don't know. It is a big red flag to me when like a dude says they're feminist. Like, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, show your
Yeah.
actions. Don't say the word and think that you're covered because you
It
gotta show. You know?
Yeah. And it honestly, like, this is like, it sounds fucked up, but like, this is how women have to be. Like, if I see a man who is like a good guy TM and like you said, claims to be a feminist and like is just like a little too ally, if you know what I mean. Like, I see that as a red
Yeah,
flag until they prove that it's not a red flag.
yeah.
And
That
like, usually that ends up being, I'm usually right about that.
reminds me of Are you familiar with Channel 5 with Andrew
I'm not sure.
Callahan?
Oh, yeah.
Um, Kind of like a YouTube mini doc series.
Hmm.
He was a part of, I think it was like All Gas No Breaks, and then he did his own thing. He's definitely that vibe. It's just like you're so like I don't know. There's something about him, and then it came out that he did some fuck shit. Uh,
They're always doing fuck shit, dude.
yeah, and
At the end of the day, they're
it
gonna do
was
fuck
right
shit.
as soon as like he released like an HBO documentary. Um, and then he kind of just disappeared for a bit. I think he's still gone. I don't know, working on
MIA.
himself or something. But
Sure.
yeah, yeah, it's hard to
Hard to
navigate.
navigate. It's
It
so hard to
is.
navigate. And when you're like a little like neurodivergent and like maybe socializing isn't like your strong suit, like it's
Mm-hmm.
so hard. And like those are the people that like get vulnerabilized the most. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're like, well, he told me that he is looking out for me, so like I'm gonna take that at face value.
Yeah.
It's like you can't ever take anything a man says at face value. That's rule number one.
Can't. Yeah.
And like when I say man, I mean man TM, like this guy, like Jonah Hill. I'm a
Right.
nice guy. Like, I don't,
Nice guy
not all
TM.
men, whatever, but
Yeah.
most of them. So,
I'm still just like scrolling through these like Jonah Hill texts because there's so many, and he just like is arguing about like the type of swimsuit that she's wearing, and it's like
right. Like
I
if it's
don't
a thong or not. Are you
know.
going to measure it? Are you going to
Yeah.
take out your ruler?
Like what is the problem, dude? Like don't you
Yeah.
want people to think your partner is hot? I don't know. That's just
Right.
me.
That's my thing too. Like the thing is, and I saw this on TikTok, someone said what it boils down to is men see women's social medias as an advertisement that they're single, because a lot
Yeah.
of the time that's how they find them, like whatever. And they
Right.
can't fathom the concept that no, maybe they're just sharing their life and they want to feel sexy and or they want to feel attractive and it has nothing to do with men ever. Like they
Like
can't fathom that because they're so centered in women's lives.
the thing about just like controlling like what she's wearing, it's so Andrew Tate coded. Like
So Andrew
why
Tate coded.
why can Jonah Hill like fucking wear no shirt? He's wearing no shirt, a
Mm-hmm.
suit, button down, his fucking chest is out. Why can he do
Yep.
that? But she can't. And also,
And
I
it's her
think it is
job.
kind of a little weird that they are wearing the same outfit now that we know
No,
about
for
this. Do you
sure.
think this is oh man, this that just hit me.
No, absolutely.
Because
He was like, "You
in
can't.
this
We're wearing this.
yeah,
We're wearing
in
this."
this red carpet photo that's in this like BuzzFeed News article, they're both wearing like teal suits. It's like the same suit. It looks like shit on her because it's
They're
not
wearing the
made for
same
her. It's
shoes,
not
dude.
tailored for, oh no. Are
They're
they
wearing the same
really?
fucking loafies.
Oh, for
Yeah,
fuck's sake.
and like, ugh,
They're
the
both
hair
wearing
slicked
three
back,
pins
both.
on the lapel. Yeah, I really feel like he might have styled her for this.
He
It's so
absolutely styled
awful.
her. Or well, he probably has a stylist that was like, "This is gonna be so
Yeah.
cool," and like, no, please. It's just,
Yikes.
it's like you. in the beginning it's like, okay, I start to feel a little disappointed every time someone who is like deemed like written by women or like a woman's man like comes out and is a piece of shit. But like now
Right.
I'm honestly at the point where I'm like, okay, and who's next? Like I need to make a bingo card for who's gonna like what men are gonna come out as being shitty towards their like girlfriends and partners.
I mean, it's here. I mean, I don't know. The entertainment industry is very ick. So I
Yeah.
just that's why I don't do like any type of celeb worship because it's like even the ones you don't
Right.
suspect, like they have done
Right.
some shit. Like the ones you do not suspect at all have done some
Oh,
shit.
absolutely. Like it's I don't like worship any celebrities either. I had like
Hmm.
a while ago my friend texted me and was like, "What celebrity would you want to meet the most?" I'm like, "What do you none of them. Like they're people and I don't like people. So what do you mean?" Like
Yeah.
that's a nightmare to me personally to
Meeting a
go and meet
celebrity is
someone.
awkward because it's just like, what do you like? It's just like,
They
oh,
don't want to meet you and like they don't want to sign
want
your
to
shit,
take
but
a
they're going to do it.
picture. It's like then you took a picture with them, and it's like, okay, thank you for this
Right.
exchange.
And then
Goodbye. I don't
what?
know. I don't know. It is awkward. Um, yeah, I don't. They are just people.
Right. I
They
don't
do
get
just
it.
shuffle um into the store and make someone buy a flat iron for them because that
Oh
happened to
yeah.
me once.
Of
Fucking
course.
Lindsay Lohan came
Oh.
into my store when I worked at the Rickies. Um,
Mhm.
and she made her assistant walk further into the store to look at the wall of like hair dryers and flat irons. Um, and then they booked
Like
it.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. She just like wouldn't step further into the store. She just kind of like stood there. It was weird.
It is like
Um,
crazy to think about like massive celebrities and how like different their lives are than ours.
yeah,
Like when do you
it's
think the last time Kim Kardashian went to a grocery store was?
I don't think she has ever
I don't
been.
think she ever has, right? Because she was born into it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's they live in a completely different world and yeah, different rules, different
No rules,
everything.
just right.
No rules just right. Unless someone takes screenshots of you being a dick, then you're fucked.
Which like always do. If you are the type of person to like get into a fight with your male partner and like delete
Hmm.
or block and delete, make sure you screenshot first before you do that.
Screenshot. Yeah.
Keep in your notes app, make a list of things they've done. Like be the most shadiest you can possibly
Dude,
be because if they turn on you, you want that shit. You
I
need it.
screenshot everything. I
I
screenshot
do not.
everything. Dude,
Well, I do, but it's like it's fuck shit. It's nothing to do with anything ever.
you want to hear my Olympics of screenshotting that I did once?
Yeah, please do. Please
So
tell.
there was this man that I have not revealed who it is, but it's a guy in the goth scene.
Mm-hmm.
He DM'd me on Instagram very late at night, like 3 a.m. So he's probably like wasted or something. And it was
Oh
an
yeah.
entire paragraph, and it started off with the worst words anyone could read. I
Oh
had a
no.
dream about you. And then
No. No.
yeah, and then it was the whole thing. And then I woke up, I saw like just the notification on my screen, and I was like, whatever. I screenshot it. I go back to bed. I
Right.
wake up again. I see another text from him. It's the same text, but like rewritten. So I think he deleted
Did he
the
unsend the
other.
first one?
I think he tried to unsend, but here's the thing y'all dipshits don't know. If you don't
Right.
fucking open up the app, all of those messages are just going to be on my screen. Even if you
Oh.
unsend them, the messages are still in the notification center. So I woke up to
Right.
5 text messages of him just like reworking it. And every time it
Stop
was
it.
somehow worse and then better. I don't know. It was bad.
No, that's the funniest thing I've ever
And I,
heard.
and I'm
That's
just like,
so embarrassing.
I'm just like, you fucking idiot. I took screenshots of all of them. And then I messaged him and I said, I have screenshots of everything you said. Don't fucking talk to me ever again. And I blocked him. So
I love that. I'm obsessed with that.
I
And
was
also I'm
like, just
obsessed with that
don't.
stupidity on his part.
And here's the thing about him on, on the fucking similar note, he was a nice guy. Like I
They're
literally
nice guys. Yeah.
never had any like sexual interaction with this man ever. Like he was a
Yeah.
married guy, he had a kid, like he, literally was just like a guy I knew in the scene.
Mhm.
And I even like shared a cab with him once. Like I trusted him. I was like, yeah, we'll split a cab because we're going the same direction in Brooklyn, whatever. He was fine. Nothing,
Right.
nothing happened. And then just this out of the blue, I was just like, don't ever fucking talk to me again.
Right. Don't speak to me or my son ever again. The thing
Literally.
is like these men are the same men that claim that the friend zone exists. And listen to me, viewers, listeners, the friend zone does not exist. It's not a real thing. I will die on this, Jonah Hill. I will die on this hill. Because if you really think that the friend zone exists, like go to jail, actually.
Go like if you even think if you ever been like, oh, I am in the friend zone, shut up.
Fuck
You're in the
you.
jail
Fuck
zone
you.
now. You're in the jail zone.
Just think about this for a second. If you think, oh, she friend zoned me, like I'll never have a chance, blah, blah, blah. You know what she thinks? You're her friend. Imagine if someone that you thought was your friend did you that dirty. That's so fucked up.
It sucks. I mean, it's obviously happened to both of us multiple
Right.
times, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yes.
sucks.
Especially as a streamer.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, fuck you.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
you. Ugh.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so bad. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I want to be your friend. Because here's the thing, I don't fucking like a lot of people. Not to be a little
same.
miser. I don't like a lot of people. So if you're my
Right.
friend, that's a good zone to be in, you little
You
asshole.
want to be in the friend zone. If for a second you don't think about pussy for 1 second, think of them as a human being with a brain, you want to be their friend.
Dude,
Like, what?
you fucking
It's crazy.
idiot. You moron.
They're so dumb, dude.
You're so stupid.
I
I'm
hate
generally
it.
talking.
Right.
Just
We're
generally
talking to
all
you.
of them. You.
You who believes in the friend zone. You're dumb. Your
God.
IQ points are 2 and they're at war with each other. I just can't.
They're going at it
Dude.
like Beyblades and they're both losing.
They're rubbing together. They're gonna start a fire. It's just, I just don't get it. Like, I genuinely don't understand.
It's so frustrating.
Like, imagine
Ugh.
if, like, and it's not, like, we're both queer women. Like, women
Right.
don't do this shit.
They don't. It's so bizarre.
It's only men.
Here's the thing I will say. I've only had like one weird DM from a woman ever, and it was on Twitch.
It was me. Imagine. And it was someone asking me to start a podcast.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm blocking her immediately.
Right.
Yeah,
Which,
there's only one weird DM, and it was just like it started off like she said like hi, and then she like trauma dumped at me about something, and then I didn't respond, and then she said,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm sorry." It just like she just went on about it. I was like, I didn't reply. It was like one of those things
Right.
where like you just can't interact, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like interacting
Yeah.
would be too much
The
for the
worst thing.
situation. So I
Yeah.
just saw the DM. I was like, okay, well, that's the only time.
Yeah, I've gotten things like that too, but it's never like the DMs you get from men, especially ones that are like
Jesus.
have been in the community for a while and you think are like cool and tight and great and cool. Like those ones are the most unhinged. Like, listen, like I've been thinking about it for a long time and like I've been a viewer of yours for so long. I feel like we can consider ourselves friends and like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was just really thinking maybe we could like take it to the next level. And it's like, no. And it's
what?
like, I've been subbed to you for 15 months and I've donated $500.
Like, you think this is transactional? Do you think a relationship is transactional and it's 15 subs and $500?
Right.
Like,
This is transactional. You're a viewer and I'm providing you with a service and I am a streamer. Shut up.
yeah. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the entertainment like a normal
Oh.
person.
It's, and somehow this goes back. We always circle back to being a femme presenting person on the internet.
Because it's, yeah, we literally,
I mean, it's our experience.
we
Literally
stare
us.
into the sun of
Mhm.
of problems in that way.
Yeah.
You know, we're
We
just
fly,
at the forefront.
We fly very close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can actually talk about this one now because I recently banned this guy.
Yes.
There was a
talk.
guy in my community who donated an abundance of subs one time, right?
Okay.
And then he thought that this would open up a transaction between him and I, in
Hmm.
which he said like, "Oh, I am going to interview streamers. I'm doing an interview thing."
Please.
And
That's
then he was
that's such a
like,
common thing that they say.
right. No, it gets worse. He was like,
Okay.
and I want to interview you. You'll be the first one. And I'm like, yeah, of course.
Okay. Sure.
And so he's saying this in the chat. And so I was like, all right, DM me. So I was like, I'm not going to fucking reach out to you, dude.
You're like, I want
Um,
this interaction to stop now, so let's push it to the future because I just want to play my
yeah.
game and be a streamer.
Yeah. And he was like, no, you reach out to me. And I was like, no, you DM me. So I didn't say anything to him about it.
Mhm.
And then he just came into the chat again like a week later and kind of like told me the details. He was like, it would be for this website. And the website in
Oh
mind
no.
was a website where
OnlyFans.
you buy it's a website where you buy like templates for like a .com that you buy. I'm not going to say the
Okay.
website name.
Yeah.
But essentially what he was trying to do was to get me to do an interview, and then he was going to put that interview as like dummy text for a fucking template,
Oh,
dude. And
he
he was
was
trying,
selling how to interview streamers on the internet, but he had never done it. So he
yeah,
wanted you to do it.
he wanted to do an interview and then use that text on the interview for like a lorem ipsum type of like dummy text in like a template, like when you're looking at
Like,
layouts
just
for
make it
like
up, my guy.
WordPress, right? But he was trying to like
He wanted
somehow get an
you.
interaction with me. Yeah, that was the
He
thing.
said,
He
how
was
can I talk
trying.
to this woman when I have absolutely no fucking game?
He was like, I know an interview for my fucking job, which is probably illegal to do,
I mean, it,
by
right,
the
probably.
way, like using my likeness and
Well,
name
by
and stuff
agreeing, you would have
for
probably been able to, like, he probably would have been like, well, you agreed to do it.
right. So I was just like,
Dude.
okay. So we it obviously I never contacted him via DM, but he was just like a guy who would like not be around for a while, and then he would pop in, pop out, and then just like get mad that I wouldn't interact with him enough. And it's like, I don't
Oh
know,
my
man.
god, that
What
drives me
can I
up the
do for
fucking
you?
wall.
I don't
Like,
know what I
please
can
exit.
do. Yeah, I'm not this.
That must have been before I was in every single one of your streams because I would have been like, you're weird.
Yeah,
What is going on?
he did like pop up a couple of times, but he just I don't know. He donated a lot of subs once and then thought that that was like immediate
That's all he had to do.
um easy pass to interacting with me, and I was like, "No. I what?"
No, please.
Like,
Like, I hate that, dude. And like, he probably would have claimed to be a nice guy
oh,
because he
for
did that.
sure. You know what he actually said one time in my chat?
Oh god.
Because he used to compliment me a lot, like on my looks and whatnot, which whatever.
Okay.
And
Sure.
then one time he came in the chat because I expressed like my discomfort with that all the time, and then
Hmm.
he showed up and was like, "I've decided to not compliment people on their looks because
I've
I'm
come up with
trying
this
to be
idea.
better." And I was just like, "Cool, I don't
Okay.
care." Like,
Like, cool, I guess. I
yeah,
know a couple streamers, women that like have a set rule that if you come into chat and your first message is something to do with like looks, then you're not
hmm,
allowed to be in the chat anymore. And I think that's like
I think that's
that's a
good.
boundary.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
allow people
boundary.
in my
See,
chat
there
that
we
do this.
go. That's a
Full
perfect
circle.
example. Like,
Right.
that's something you set for yourself, and other people are not always going to, cooperate, and that's fine. That's why you ban them.
And that's why it's a boundary.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like if Jonah Hill were said, like, listen, this is about like from the get-go, this is a boundary. It would be stupid and he'd be wrong. But if he said, I have a boundary where I don't date people who show their ass on the internet, and like if you want to do that, that's fine, but we can't be together. That's a
Right.
boundary. It's dumb, but a boundary. But getting with someone that you know does that and that's their source of income, and then thinking that you can control them later with in like what's the punishment for that? Like you're gonna hurt, like, abuse them, verbally abuse. Like, I don't understand. That's not a boundary because you're not doing anything to set the boundary. You're just telling them that you want to control them.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah,
got the wires crossed on what words mean and whatnot.
yeah, he's
Like,
stupid.
full stop. Like, that is not what
Mm-mm.
words mean.
Mm-mm.
Um yeah, it's no, I definitely have seen a couple of streamers who have like that rule of just don't comment
Right.
on my appearance. And
Which, like, I
I
think is
love.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
It drives me nuts, dude, when people come in, especially like men who are, like you said, only come in every once in a while and like aren't active members of the community. Like, if I know you, like,
mhm,
and like if you came into my chat and commented on my looks, I'd get weird and gay about it and then we'd move on. But
right.
like a man who is like in once a month comes in and says like some fuck shit about my lipstick,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
please, now I feel weird. Like, don't look at my mouth. Don't look at my mouth.
yeah, don't. And it's like, I just don't know how you want streamers to reply to this. Like, I'm not
Right.
gonna say thank you because I don't care. Like, if you're a random that comes in and like comments my appearance, like, I guess that's the thing you typed in chat.
Sure. Right.
Like, it's just like there's nothing for me to go off of here, you know?
Right.
Like, what can I
It's
do with this?
like, do
Just
they
sit there
want you to be like,
awkwardly
oh my
about
God,
it?
thank you so much? Like, I thought I was
They
so ugly
do.
until you told me that just now.
They do.
I know
And
I'm
it's
hot. I'm on the
like,
internet. What do
I'm
you
not
mean?
like, it really is just like exhausting.
Ugh, and it
Exhausting.
really is so exhausting to navigate that. Like, it's so annoying. Or when someone comes in and like, can I ask you a question? First time chatter. Get the fuck
Be
out.
like, you
No.
just did.
Right. You're not actually ever allowed. You got your one. That was it.
Yeah. That's that. You only get one question.
Ugh. Bad.
Yikes.
All right. I don't know a segue, but I want to talk about Colleen Ballinger now.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know how to tie this back into her, but here we go. Oh, lipstick.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Delayed segue.
That's beautiful. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
We
yeah.
did it.
Thank you.
So,
Jesus Christ.
like,
Oh,
the things that are
man.
coming out about here are so about her are they're just like so stinky. They're the stinkiest things.
It's so okay. So for the people at home, Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Sings, a popular YouTuber for some fucking reason
Oh,
at some point.
massive.
Like,
Yeah.
and I remember
Like akin to Jenna
seeing her.
Marbles level.
Yeah, I saw her face and I was like, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just saw I didn't know any of her content. Like I didn't know what she did. I just knew the word, like the name. I knew her face, and that's all I
Miranda
knew about
Sings,
her
yeah.
until like a month ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I actually knew about this stuff for a long time because
Really?
Adam McIntyre, the guy who actually initially brought this up, he was in the
Yeah.
community. He was a minor when this all happened. He has been talking about this on the internet for years, and no one cared. No one listened.
So wild.
He has emailed Trisha and like told her about this for years every time she would make an appearance with her.
Mhm.
Ignored, blocked. Like, no, because like you said, the entertainment field
And also,
is
it's Trisha
fucked.
Paytas. What are we gonna?
Well,
What do you
yes,
want?
yeah, of course. And like she's like a mascot of the entertainment field of like, I don't care as
Right.
long as it's not affecting me and my growth and my money. And that's how
Right.
everyone is. And he's been just screaming about it on the internet and everyone's like, whatever. Like he talked about receiving the underwear in the mail years ago. And everyone was like, that's fucked up. What else is in the news right now? Like just move
That's
past it.
so. I literally had not heard anything about this until recently, but just it. I mean, thank God it's coming out now,
Yeah.
and being
So
like
if you
picked
guys
up
don't
by like
know-
actual news.
Oh, like major. If you guys don't know,
Mhm.
Colleen Ballinger's a groomer. And I think that it's like there's a lot of controversy around it where there shouldn't be because a groomer's a groomer, toe to tip. But
Mhm.
because she's a woman and she didn't explicitly groom minors to have sex with them, it's being seen as not as important.
It's like her whole shtick is so
It's so bad.
gross. Like
Yeah.
it's just the further you go into like what she has done and what she does, like hand in hand, she's just like a fucking weird person, dude.
It's giving female Shane Dawson.
I feel like
Like
even
it's very
worse
similar.
though. Like she's
You
so
think?
like everything that she has done is like her content is so has so blatantly been like there's just like
Oh yeah.
incest jokes and like
The
just there's
uncle
just
thing,
like the uncle thing with the saddle and like
the
her
daddy
live
saddle.
shows like the
She got a
live
kid to put
shows.
his hand down her
Oh,
pants.
it's so icky. And it's like has did none of the parents like taking their kids to these live like cuz she did like live
Right.
comedy shows, I guess.
Oh
Um
yeah, she went on tour. She had a Netflix show.
yeah, she was huge.
Miranda Sings was major, and like I was a little bit old for it when it first came out.
Right.
Like
Cuz she
I
made
think
content for kids. I think
it
that
was
should be
for kids,
stressed. Yeah.
and now she's trying to say that it's always been PG-13, as if that's any better. But like I think that she's forgetting that like a 13-year-old is a child,
Yeah.
like a big time child,
Yeah, and that was
like not
mostly
just like
like the
a
age of
little child.
kids
I don't know.
in her group chat that she was with, like
Yeah, she had a group chat called the
children.
Weenies,
Ugh.
filled with children that she would say the most fuck shit you could imagine. She asked for pictures of Adam's ass, which, like,
Hmm.
everyone's like, it was a joke. You don't get it. I'm like, you literally, hey, she asked a minor for pictures of his ass. Is that not literally, like, what that's,
That is what it
that's,
is. Like
that is what it
you're
is.
soliciting
You're
from a
asking
minor.
crazy.
Yeah.
And she like they'd be talking because it was a group chat for the fans, so they'd be talking about whatever the fuck, homework or
Right.
like teenage things.
Yeah, because they're
And she'd
children.
pop in out of nowhere and be like, are you guys virgins? What?
Like, yeah, she and at this time she was like, how old was she? Like
36.
20s,
Oh no,
36.
maybe she's 36 now.
Okay, I was like, okay, what?
But
Um,
she had the Weenies group chat open until this happened. Like it was still going on. This isn't it's
that's
crazy to me.
so. It's just so odd, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
there's oh god, there's so much to talk about with this one.
I
And here's
know.
the thing: we're not experts on it. We are just chatting, chitty chatting
Right.
about it.
Oh,
So if you want further information, it's out
yeah.
there. It's out
Oh,
there.
just type her name in.
Um,
And also, if you are a youth and you think that you have a friend who is over the age of 18, you do not. You need to tell an adult about that.
yeah,
That's not a
yeah.
friend.
I learned most of this information on the H3 podcast because they
Yeah.
had one of the people on their cast, Olivia, was like a big Miranda Sings
Mm.
fan, and she had all the tea. Like she had a PowerPoint presentation. I watched the whole thing. I was like, I guess I'm learning today.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
There's so
like
much.
there's so much to it, but like the the thing that is, I guess still topical right now, is their
Mm.
fucking apology video.
You know what the craziest thing is about the apology video that I saw this morning?
The fucking
She
copyright.
she copyrighted H3 and she put
I
it up on
knew.
streaming services.
Dude, I someone called it. I can't remember who, but someone called it. They were like, "What if she copyrights that song so anyone who's talked about it gets a strike?"
Right.
Yeah.
Because she can't tour anymore. She can't she's still making Miranda Sings videos and she's pretending like it doesn't, like she does not give a shit. At the end of the day, she doesn't care that she hurt children.
No.
She cares that people are making up rumors, which are not rumors because they're screenshots, bestie. They're the truth. Like, so she's going to copyright these people, sue them, which you're not fucking with the right one if you're gonna sue H3.
Oh
They've
my
done
god.
this how
For
many
real,
times?
dude. Like they're ready. They got it on
Right.
speed dial, their attorneys.
Literally. And like then she wants to try to make money off of that because she's gonna have to be forced into retirement at some point.
Like it's so odd because like her behavior doesn't even seem like there's any remorse or even like
There's no
embarrassment,
awareness.
you know?
Oh my god. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser. The only thing I groomed was my 2 cats. That's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard in my life.
I recently heard the song because I saw it at first and I was like, I can't.
Me
My
too.
brain.
I was like, I don't want to.
And then I saw like some of it recently and was like, this is literally insane. Like,
Literally the craziest thing I've ever seen on the internet. Like, what?
and here, I've been on the internet for a long time, and this is
I
just
mean, I've
like,
seen crazier
huh?
shit, but you know.
But it's just like this whole event unraveling, and just it really, you could tell that she was gonna copyright because she made it a fucking song. She was
She
like,
made a
I'm gonna
song.
make it a song so I can fucking
Hmm.
copyright it. Like, it's
I can profit off of it.
insane, dude.
And
She's
also, no one's
bonkers.
talking about this. And I haven't seen a single person say this. But if you watch the whole thing, there's a point, like at 8 minutes in or something, she goes to shut off the camera, it's fake, and she pretends like she's gonna do it. And then she's like, wait, I have more to add.
Oh
And I was
god.
watching it and I'm like, this video's 10 minutes and 6 seconds long. And
It's so long.
if you have any experience on YouTube, being a YouTuber, or even wanting to be a YouTuber, you know that advertisers love videos that are over 10 minutes
10
long.
minutes, yeah.
Specifically, you can add a whole other pre-roll, or not pre-roll, mid-roll in there if it's 10 minutes. And I was like, why is no one talking about the fact that she purposefully extended this to 10 minutes long so that she could get more ad revenue off of it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's immediately why I didn't watch it, because I was like, I'm not watching the actual
Right.
source. I can't. Like, I'm
I
not
watched
gonna
it
click.
secondhand through
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. But like, it's so like, it's just so odd because yeah, the whole apology is, you know, quote unquote apology is fucking,
Yeah.
it's got lyrics like toxic gossip train or whatever the fuck. Is that
It
the name of
starts
the
with
song?
all aboard, dude.
Dude.
All
Oh,
aboard the toxic gossip
dude.
train. Like, and it's, you know what the worst fucking part is, and it makes me so mad. It's in there, dude. It's in my brain. I sang it for like a long time, and every time I had to be like, stop it, stop that. It's
Yeah.
bad.
I remember like watching Ethan react to it. He's like, you know, she does have a nice voice. She is kind of talented. I guess we'll say that.
Right.
But it's like,
But like,
oh my god, it's wild. I don't like, I just don't know what can come of this, right? Like,
I don't know. Like,
what, how is she going to be held accountable? Because I, from what I know, none of the shows were canceled, right? None
yeah,
of the
a couple of them
venues.
have been.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if it was just, I saw a screenshot that at least one was canceled, and it was like yesterday. So I don't know if they're all getting canceled, or maybe she's just canceling the ones that she didn't sell out, or like doesn't want to bother going there
I
to
just
be
don't
like not have
know.
people. That's gonna be crazy.
I don't know
Doing a live
how
show?
it's just like, I just don't know how the venues like continue to host her. They have to be getting messages about
Oh,
her, right? And see her name in the
yeah.
fucking news and the Washington Post. Like,
Oh my god. Like, there's but venues have landlord energy, so I don't know.
yeah, I mean, it does depend on the venue because some of them are just owned by
Oh,
companies
they're
that
like
own
small.
several
Yeah,
venues. Yeah. But
I guess.
I don't know. It's very interesting because it's very blatant, like the
Mm-hmm.
abuse. And like I
So
definitely
blatant.
recommend, if you can stomach it, watching the H3 breakdown that
Yeah.
like they did and Olivia did, because it's so, it starts from the very beginning and goes all the way through just like everything that she's done to these
Oh, that's good.
kids.
Yeah.
And it's
You
so
have
like
to
it's so
be,
wild.
yeah. It's shocking, and it's crazy, and like unfortunately, like you have to be kind of grossed out by it, and you have to deal with it and watch it because you really
Yeah.
need to see the extent. Because I think there are some people that are like, well, you know, whatever, like, and like people will
Yeah.
always justify their favorite creators, and like
Right.
especially YouTube creators, because they feel this weird connection with them. I
Right.
don't know, it's so different than like real life celebrities, I guess,
And
because
she
people
made
can
sure that
comment.
relationship was a thing because she was,
So
you know,
strong.
she had a group chat with kids to,
Hmm.
you know, and also like, didn't Adam like run her social media at one point and he
Yeah,
was like
so
a
he was
child?
doing free labor for her, and she was grooming that behavior because she was giving him attention and sending him fucking lingerie, and he's gay, and he's openly gay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she thought, whatever, that's fine. But like, you're getting a minor to do labor for you, and you're exploiting them through, like, that is grooming. It might not be sexual, but it's still grooming.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
you're in enlisting this you know, like, oh, this is okay behavior, like you can
Right.
do work for free and this is appropriate behavior when it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's
gross.
the part that gets me the most is like I cannot imagine I can't even be friends with people that are like in their early 20s because they
Right.
you have nothing in common with them. Like I can,
Right.
you know, it's fine. Like I do have some people like online friends that like, you know, to an extent, but like I can never consider myself to be friends with someone that is that much younger because I don't relate to them at all. And like I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm trying not to sound like a dick, but at the end of the day like
No, I mean,
that's
it's
how it
true.
is.
And I
Yeah.
think
And
it's
it's
it's weird when you see like a really big like age difference relationship where it's like, how do you have anything in common with a 16-year-old? What? You're a
right.
22, you're like you're 23, like what? Like, you know,
It's
in those
I just don't
situations,
get
it's just
it.
like that's the thing that it's like, what is happening here? I mean,
Right.
obviously it's control over a minor who doesn't know better because
Correct.
they're a child, but it's like,
Right.
man. But yeah, it's like relating to kids who are your fans, like, and
That's
being in a
another
group
thing. Like
chat with them.
there's such a strong line in the sand of like power dynamics. Like they are your
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
It's it's so there's so many no's. There's so many things you're not supposed to do. And she said, "Let me get them all. Let me just do them all, real
Yeah.
quick."
Speed run. And like, and
Literally.
I hate to say it, but like, if this was a dude, oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God, can you
yeah.
imagine? People would
I
be
hate
up in
I hate the
arms.
twisting and like look at it from another perspective. But like in this situation, definitely because
Yeah.
if imagine if a man asked a 15-year-old for an ass picture and then tried to claim it was a joke, or a man-year old, that's funny, a man sent like lingerie or underwear to a minor girl.
And had a group chat with 13-year-olds. Like, it's like that would be so alarming. And it is alarming from anyone, but it's like not, I feel like not a lot of people are alarmed by it. Um,
No, I feel like people are not alarmed.
and then it
Well, like they're
goes,
alarmed, but not like they're not concerned about it. They're just like, oh my god, tea.
yeah, it goes even deeper though, because like, and again, I'm gonna say it again, watch the H3 breakdown of it because it goes into like her family,
Oh yeah,
and her brother.
her dad.
Her brother
What
is
did her
like
brother do?
also like a pedophile and is like
Yeah.
tried to meet up with like younger fans of hers,
Ugh.
and like she would like try to hide him from
Stop.
everybody because they knew that he was a problem and that he
Oh
was
my god.
inappropriate with fans. Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
And then also her dad,
Her dad,
like,
I the fact, okay, so I saw this all through one TikTok, so I don't know the whole story, but her dad has an inflation kink. And like,
yeah.
cool. I love
Yeah.
that for you. I
Right.
sure. I love when people have kinks. I think that it's fun. But
Right.
here's the thing. If you're
Hmm.
gonna, you know, have an inflation kink and you want to add some things to a playlist so that you can like jerk off to them, sure.
Yeah.
If they're made for that, you know, if that person it's
Right.
clearly sexual content. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Kind of weird that you would have it attached to your first and last name when you are a public figure. But you know what? Pop off.
Pop
What's
off.
what I don't think is kind of normal is adding videos of your pregnant daughter into them.
Right. Dude,
Yeah,
the family is that something is gone wrong.
like all the videos are of like inflation of the stomach and it's clearly sexual content and then it's like vlogs of her when she was pregnant with the twins
Like,
in the same
do
playlist,
you
like huh,
skip over this in the like what's going on? That
did
there's
you added
something
it?
bad going on.
Right.
It's just all bad. And yeah, nobody is making as big of a stink as I think they should with this. And also, I feel like this is just a thing that's going to keep happening. Maybe not to this degree, but like especially with like YouTubers and like
Mm-hmm.
online creators.
Oh
Obviously
yeah.
the relationship between the two is can be very close sometimes. And
Yeah.
I feel like as time goes on, like these big YouTubers, I feel like shit is gonna come
They're
out.
all, yeah, especially the ones that have been on like OG YouTubers, like those
Hmm.
ones specifically, because like shock shock humor has always been big, but in the beginning days of YouTube, it was the main thing. If you weren't shocking your viewers, you were not getting clicks. And like that stuff
Yeah.
lives on the internet forever. And even if you don't stand by it, you did it.
Yeah.
Like even Jenna Marbles, who like is
Right.
beloved by like so many people, like at least she didn't even like get quote unquote canceled. She saw her shit. She knew she was hurting people by having it up. She said, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
And then there's Miranda Sings, who is like, listen, I know you have a video of me putting my hands down a child's pants and him putting his hands down my pants, but like, it's funny.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
These
It's
people are
so
all gonna
awful.
get exposed for the things they've done. And another thing I saw today was like, I think with this whole thing with Colleen, like the grooming allegations, people aren't talking about the fact that she's blatantly racist also.
Yeah. With like her Netflix show, which apparently she fucking had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't read too much into that. I just saw there was an account from that and I was like, of course. Like, what else?
Yeah.
What else? Like, she's an awful person.
There's videos of her doing like just the most like racist like accents I've ever heard, and like
Ugh.
it's like jarring to watch that like someone be that blatantly racist and like laughing about it, you know.
And her Netflix show was like, what year did that come out?
2015, 2016,
Mm,
I think.
I feel like that was definitely a lot of early YouTube humor as well. Just
Oh,
like
for sure.
doing accent.
Yeah.
That it's like
Doing bad accent.
she never grew out of it. She just was like, nope, this
Because her
is
viewer base stayed the same age.
yeah,
How do you grow out of it when like it's children watching your content forever and ever, amen?
right. Wasn't
It's
she was homeschooled too.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of comments on the video were like, "Your homeschool is showing, sweetheart."
The homeschool energy all the way.
Like, what is her sister up to? Because she seems like she's the only one that's relatively like fine, but she also worked. She was the manager or assistant or something for Miranda.
Huh. Like
There was a
what?
controversy with her and her girlfriend, I thought, at one point.
Oh.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
there's so much to
Rachel.
the Miranda Sings everything. And I feel like there's just gonna be more. Like there's this probably not the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Cause like here's the thing with the lawsuit, impending lawsuit against H3, I'm sure that'll go
That'll
over
fizzle
well for
out.
her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been very interesting to see this like unfold. And I highly recommend if you don't know like a whole lot about it to go look into it because, you know, on the surface it does seem like, oh, weird YouTuber lady ukulele
Gets
apology.
canceled.
Great. Yeah.
Annoying.
Canceled. Like, no, and she should be put in jail. Like
She did a
jail.
bad thing, and like we're talking about it. Cancel
Yeah.
culture is crazy.
It's so
Like,
wild.
the people, two things that don't exist, okay? Cancel culture and the friend zone.
Yeah. They don't exist. And they like literally exist alongside the Bermuda Triangle. It's just like
They're
not
right.
a thing, dude.
I just don't like it. Someone can do some horrendous shit on the internet and brag about it and profit off of it, and then when it's acknowledged, you're canceling now. Huh?
Like,
They canceled
no.
themselves, dude. They did a
They
bad thing.
they said something shitty and we all read it and saw it with our human eyes and ears. Like
Right.
there's so many screenshots and also just like video and audio from the whole
Oh,
Colleen thing. It's like there is stacks.
it goes deeper than you could ever imagine. Like,
Yeah.
you find one thing and then you find out just so many things.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Apparently there's like some weird thing with like her husband. Do they
Oh my
not like
god.
each other? I don't know.
They
I
don't
don't
like, apparently
know.
she was cheating on this Josh person with some Eric person. I don't know.
Of
There was
course,
she
of course
was
this with Josh and
literally
Eric. Like the
Right.
Please.
Date men with better names. Anyway.
All right, all the
She
Joshes and Erics out there.
Right. My partner's name is literally Dan. Like, what am I saying? Anyway, she she would message into this group chat and she was like, I think Josh is gonna propose to me. And then he didn't. And she would message in and be like, he didn't propose, and like they'd all be like, I'm so sorry, and like go to therapy.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me immediately of a teacher I had, surprise, in high school who she was like younger. I think she was probably like 22. Like she had just become a teacher.
That's real young.
Yeah,
For
and
high school?
yeah, high school English teacher, and this was like honors English. And she was like quite possibly the worst teacher ever. And every class that she would show up, so all of the people in this class were like the very popular girls, me, and then like some other weird girl. Like it was just all
Okay.
girls, right?
Yeah.
And she would come in and she would want to talk about Laguna Beach, the TV show. She had to catch up on Laguna Beach. And then she would like go into like her personal life,
Oh my
like
God.
dates that she went on with like a guy, and then like she would just like catch us all up on like her romantic life with this random dude, and it's like I didn't give a flying fuck about
Right.
this. Obviously there were other people who were interested in what
Yeah.
she had to say, and I got a call home literally about my attitude
Stop it.
because I didn't give a shit
Because you
about
didn't want
her,
to be your best friend.
because I didn't want to be parasocial with my fucking teacher in a relationship. I just wanted to read the Joy Luck Club and go home, dude. Like
Yeah.
it was so bad. But yeah, it's
That
just like
is
kind of inappropriate, I feel.
No, it's
Yeah.
super inappropriate, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, don't get into a field. Don't be a high school teacher because you want friends.
It really felt like that. And there was one class where they all just sat in kind of like a circle and trimmed each other's split ends. I'm not joking.
Stop it.
It was weird.
That's monkey grooming
That was-
behavior.
yeah, and I sat
They
in the
picked
corner
each
like,
other's
don't
dandruff
touch my
and ate it.
hair. Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. I had a teacher in high school that like we really wanted to be your best friend. She was like 27. She was very cool, but like great boundaries. 10 out of 10 boundaries.
Nice.
And so we would like have our lunch in there, and like she would be like friendly to us and like take care of us and make sure we were eating and stuff. But like we'd be like, so are you engaged yet? And she'd be like, stop asking me things. Like I love that like so much.
Yes. And that's what you're supposed to say, because you're not
Yes.
like, that's such a weird boundary to cross with children that
Or
you're supposed to
when
be
you
teaching.
call your teacher by their first name because you think you're best friends. That irks me.
Mm,
We would call her by
yeah.
her first name. She'd be like, I'm not responding to you when you call me that. Like, stop it. You
Yeah.
shouldn't even know that. We'd like find it out and call her that. She's like, stop it.
Honestly,
And I
I
remember
respect it.
being so upset. Like, can you just be my friend? And she'd be like, I'm your teacher. Like, please stop doing that. And
I
that's
love
the way you
that.
got to be. And
Yeah.
if you are a creator and someone comes in and they're under 18, tell them to leave. Like, I don't get it. I don't get people that have like all ages streams. I don't get people who create children's content. I don't understand it.
Like, I understand it from a money point of view.
Yeah.
But also
Objectively.
I don't want to manipulate children into giving me money, because that's fucking weird.
It's so weird. That's not their money, dude. It's their parents' money, and they don't want them watching you.
Yeah. It reminds me of just like the Roblox creators who are like full on like 35-year-old adults, and all of their chat is like children like gambling. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never rode a Bloxed. But he just like gets them to like enter in like contests and stuff. And it's just like, this is weird, dude.
Yeah.
This is
I don't
weird.
know.
Like, you go to like any
I-
Roblox creator and it's like a grown ass adult and a chat full of children. I don't know. That makes me
That's
uncomfortable.
babysitting, dude. Right.
Exactly.
I had a friend, it was a streamer friend. We're not friends anymore.
Mhm.
And they had a all ages stream, and they would not kick minors out. And they streamed Animal Crossing content. So it was like
okay.
but it was not for kids. Like, it wasn't
Oh.
like, I don't, if you want kids, then you have to cater to the kids. I don't understand. I feel like that's so clear. If you want to allow kids in your
Yeah.
community, then you can't just not cater to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
And like
can't
they
talk
didn't.
about things.
And then these people would, like, these kids would join their Discord and then try to like
Mm-mm.
DM them. And every week there was a new posting in announcements that's like, if you're a minor, don't DM me, don't do this, which is great. It's a great boundary. But like,
Right.
stop letting them in your community then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I just
like
don't get it.
that's like it's a really weird line. And I'm sure there are people who do it like flawlessly and without
I'm
problem.
sure.
But I feel like it's just like that's never a chat that I want to be in
No.
personally. If I feel like the vibes are even close to like 19, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out. Like I can't. But there's
I
again
have a
nothing in
hard
common.
time. Right. I have such a hard time. And like, I see things that like these young people are saying, and I'm like, dude, your problems are so different from my problems. Like, I, I
Yeah,
can't relate, and
different
like,
lives.
so
And
different.
also I get like being younger and wanting to watch people who are older.
Hmm.
There's something wrong with that. I just feel
No.
like I can't, it can't go the other way around for me. I can't watch
Yeah.
stuff that's like, everyone's like 22, I'm so old. Like you stop for one.
Right, dude.
Don't like that's
Please.
so it's sad to me.
It's extremely sad. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna leave because now all the 22-year-olds are gonna come out and be like, oh my God, like,
Yeah, I'm a decade
oh.
older than everyone in here, so
I
might as
know.
well be dust. But
Literally, and you're a
yeah,
woman, so you might as well be
I
dust.
might as well just not even be on the internet, I guess.
I
Just
know.
go to my hut in the woods, and honestly, I wish there was one.
I wish so bad. And also, once I just thought of this, once they start coming out and they're like, I'm so old, then all of the lurkers who are like our age or older, or like 40, they come out and they're like, you're old. I was this old when you were born, and this blah blah blah. And I'm like,
I
this is not the kind of
hate
small talk I want to
I
have right
hate
now.
age talk like that. And that's what I think what streamers mean when we say no age talk,
No
because it's
age
just like
talk.
it's like, okay, you're 40 and you're 20. It's like this doesn't need to be known, I
We
don't
all
think.
exist on this rock, and we're here. Cool.
It's like
Just
you
don't say
can
you're under 18 for the love of God, please.
yeah, and it's like you can tell kind of how old people are just by like the references they make, I'd assume. So you don't
Right.
need to like be blatant, be like, I was born in this year. It's like, what? Don't say that on the internet. What?
It's weird, and I think it's because it makes them feel special.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. You get the old award, I guess.
Right, you're
I don't know.
36. Good job. So proud of you. So
So
proud of
proud you
you.
did it. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah. Navigating spaces that have inherent parasocial relationships is a trip.
I know. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
And we do it on purpose.
We do it like all the time. Like that's our whole thing.
Frequently. I'm doing it tonight.
I'm also doing it tonight. Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah. Wow.
I haven't done it in a while. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous to do it tonight, but it's gonna be
This
good.
conversation could be taken so out of context.
I know. I was thinking that as I was talking. I was like, interesting.
A little rusty.
Yeah.
A little rusty.
A little
No,
rusty. It's okay.
you'll be fine. You'll do great.
Are you playing Big
Um,
Boys again tonight?
I am
Katie's playing Big Boys.
Shadow of the Big Boys. Is the name of
Yeah.
the game.
It's the Christian name. They're big boys.
They said colossi, colossus, whatever.
The Colossi. So true.
And there's several of them, so I guess.
Is that the whole game? You just walk around the map and you kill these boys?
Yes. So
Love that.
here's the thing. It's basically Legend of Zelda for the PlayStation 2. And this was
Okay.
remastered. And I actually love it so much because you don't really got to do shit other than find the big boys where they live with your magic sword compass, and then you
Mhm.
go stab them a little bit. You like climb on their weird fur.
It seems really cool. I like
Yeah,
the like climbing and all of that. It's a cool mechanic.
it's like a nice combination of like a just like a open world puzzle game, and there's like
Mhm.
nothing else you really have to do. Like you can kill lizards and like up your stamina a little bit, but you don't have to. It's like it's extra.
Yeah.
But yeah, the premise of the game is just like you bring this, I assume your girlfriend to this temple. She's definitely dead.
Oh, rip. Oh, is she the
And
one that's sleeping?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's taking a little nap.
She's
And then
sleepy.
ominous sky thing says, "Hey, if you kill these 16 big boys, she'll come back to life. But also there will
Sure.
be something bad that will happen." And your character is just like, "Cool. Didn't hear the last part. Gonna go kill
Right. I'm gonna go do that.
the bad guys." Yeah. And every time you kill a bad guy, there's like smoke that comes out of it and it kills you and sends you back to the
Goo.
temple.
Yeah, the goo geyser.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
I don't care. I could be so in love with you. Like if you're dead and these like ominous beings are like kill these big giant fucking big, like bigger than you can imagine that big. Kill them and you got to find the target on their body. You got to climb up their beard and stab them a bunch and then I'll bring them back. I'd be like, "Ah, rip.
Yeah, rip, dude. Oh sevens.
I'm going to go do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that."
Yeah. Like she is dead. Like there is no color to her skin. If she's coming back wrong, dude.
Yeah, that's a Frankenstein situation for sure.
Oh my god. Like literally one of my favorite posts on the internet was somebody who just like photoshopped like a cake and it's like sorry I came back wrong.
Yeah, sorry I came back wrong.
Yeah. It's a very it's very much a sorry I came back wrong thing, but hopefully I'm gonna beat the game tonight and figure out what shit's gonna happen to me or
Maybe
my
she'll come
girlfriend.
back right.
Maybe, and then I'll go back wrong.
You'll be wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll definitely be wrong. The trauma you're experiencing from dying every single time.
I'm dying every single time, and then when I wake up, there's like several
Guys
shadow
standing
men.
over you.
Yeah.
The guys, I came in when the guys were standing over you, and I was like, I'm not gonna bring this up, but that's weird.
It's so like it's weird, and then they turn into like white doves that hang around the temple. I'm sure it's an
Okay.
allegory for something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I like it. It's on PlayStation. If you got PlayStation, it's like on sale now for like $10 hairs.
Don't you still have Cozy's PlayStation?
Yeah, no, I'm handing it over when I'm done
Oh my god.
with this. The
Salute.
PlayStation machine.
Goodbye. What are you playing after this one?
Sekiro.
Oh shit. I
That's,
don't have I love that you have a list. You're like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, I'll get on camera maybe.
You
and
know,
do something.
I used to not have a list, but now I am hyper focusing on just like the From Software catalog.
Yeah.
So there is some rhyme and reason. Yeah. Sekiro's next, which is a beloved game, I hear.
I hear.
Yeah.
Should we end the podcast?
I think we've hollered and hooted so much.
We've hollered. Yeah.
Dude. The hooting and the hollering has taken place.
Mm-hmm.
And we were very hot topical. And the
Oh my
things
god,
that
we're
we
like real
say,
podcast hosts.
dude, we're doing it, baby.
I love that.
But yeah, thanks everyone who has listened thus far. I like to see the like little analytics, and it says
Yeah.
like someone from India listened to this podcast,
Oh my God.
and also Australia.
that.
So hello to you
I love
specifically.
Yeah, just you.
Yeah,
Hello.
just you. Hi, no one else. Mute this if you're not in Australia. Hello,
Hello.
that was for you, and also goodbye.
Goodbye.
But yeah, rate our podcast on Spotify or iTunes. If it tells you to do a thing, give us all of the stars, I think.
Yeah. Even if you didn't like it, rate us.
Yeah.
Good.
You
It'll
made
help
it to
us,
the end
and
of
then
the
you'll feel good.
podcast. Yeah, and maybe we'll get better at it and maybe you'll like us more.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who's to say?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, is there anything else you would like to say?
Decenter men from your lives. They suck.
So true.
And keep on frocking.
Keep on fruckin'. Bye-bye.
Bye.